here because my wife is looking at me and she won't get mad because our son is trying to go to the NFL. So she don't want me to speak my true mind. So I got to keep a muzzle on what I got to say. We know wrong treatment when we see it. And for me, in 2025, this is still going on. It's humiliating. You know, it's disgusting that we live in a place where in 2025, this kind of activity is still taking place. You understand? I'm sorry, but my mind is my mind. I am allowed to speak my mind. And that is effed up. That's going the way that's going. Because you know he was supposed to be the number one draft pick, not a number one draft pick. He was supposed to be the number one draft pick. But word got out that, they got the call. No, don't.
Already know the vibes. Now listen to this, because I've got to weigh in on something the legendary Roy Jones Jr. had to say about Shedeur Sanders. And if you're somehow not familiar with Roy Jones Jr., hold up. We're talking about a once-in-a-generation figure, someone who truly stands unmatched.
Let me tell you, that first left hook hurt good. And so does the second one. Oh, Nicholson circles.
When it comes to pure boxing skill, listen to this. Only a handful of fighters can even be mentioned in the pound-for-pound all-time great conversation. And Roy Jones Jr. sits right at the very top of that list, no debate. You're talking about someone with unmatched hand speed, unreal reflexes, and straight-up God-given talent that separated him from everyone else. There truly was
I haven't seen a post Triple Ray Leonard includes Rick Robinson.
Nobody has ever gone to deep round without getting a punch scored on. That particular,
You know, one of the things that makes him special, Ken? He did everything wrong, or a lot of things wrong. Only one other fight I can think of. Muhammad Ali.
And listen to this. Roy Jones Jr. might be one of the most qualified voices to speak on what's happening with Shedeur Sanders right now. Back in 1988, as many of you remember, Roy Jones Jr. was flat out denied an Olympic gold medal. Let's be real, that wasn't just a loss, that was practically a robbery, fueled by behind-the-scenes collusion.
Cola's Roy Jones was the youngest member of the U.S. Olympic boxing team at the '88 Olympic Games in Seoul, South Korea. His first 4 fights en route to the final weren't close. Jones didn't lose a round. He went on to fight for the gold medal against South Korea's Park Si-hun. It was a decisive victory for Jones on the scorecard, landing 86 punches to Park's 32. The judges saw it different, awarding Park Si-hun the gold medal. Even then, Jones told our Dan Shugart that Park knew who the real winner was.
Korean boxer lifted your hand up on the stand, and then I understand he was talking to you after the fight. What all did he say to you?
Well, he told me that he was sorry that he lost the fight, but got the decision. In every other sport, you score enough points, you win the game. You cross the line first, you win the race. So I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to keep on boxing.
Yeah, I got to be really careful here because my wife is looking at me and she won't get mad because our son is trying to go to the NFL. So she don't want me to speak my true mind. So I got to keep a muzzle on what I got to say. You understand me?
I respect it.
The facts of the matter is that I've been kind of upset and humiliated about the whole situation since it happened. I texted Dion early in the year and told him to tell his son, keep his head up. He's very smart, doing the right thing, just play football and enjoy himself. We know wrong treatment when we see it. And for me, in 2025, this is still going on. It's humiliating. You know, it's disgusting that we live in a place where in 2025, this kind of activity is still taking place. You understand? I'm sorry, but my mind is my mind. I am allowed to speak my mind. And that is effed up. That's going the way that's going. Because you know he was supposed to be the number one draft pick, not a number one draft pick. He was supposed to be the number one draft pick. But word got out that, they got the call, no, don't draft him. And he didn't get drafted by no team. Not just one team, no team. Then the team that did get him, I found out yesterday, I heard somebody say that somehow with Dion made it through water on the coach back in the day or something, I don't know. And that's why the coach don't like, I don't know what the hell though, but it don't matter what it is. There's so many stories, so many stories around it that it's crazy, but it's like, how can you draft a player that's supposed to be, everybody knows he's supposed to be number one. Y'all wait and don't let him get drafted until the 5th round or whatever it was. Then you usually draft him and sit him down. And every time he go out there and play, he's sure he's the best quarterback on the team. He might be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He showed every time you put him on the field. You know what I'm saying? Until yesterday might have been the worst day he had. I think he might have had 3 interceptions yesterday. That's the first time, but he ain't got the reps with the first team. He ain't got the to play like he was supposed to get to play from the get-go as a starter, being the guy that led the nation in passing yards last year. So it's a whole lot going on there. And like I said, it's bad to see that this kind of activity is still going on in 2025 and finna go into 26 in our country. So it's just crazy, you know? It befuddles me.
Yeah, it's a lot of ways you can feel about this. But I always try to look for the response, right? Like whether it's boxing or whether it's any high level sport, things are going to happen. It's not going to always go according to plan, but I love Shedeur's response. You got to know that offline, at home, he has moments. You got to know that he's having conversations with his father, like, man, Pops, what's going on with this? What you think about this? His father has been there and done that, right? But Shedeur has been in the spotlight since he's been a kid. They had a reality show that, where the world knew who Deion's family was. He was a top prospect in high school. He balled out in college. And just to see his response, man, is a powerful, powerful thing for me. And sometimes God puts you in those positions because he's making you into something greater. Maybe Shedeur doesn't become all that he's supposed to be if he gets that first, second round, third round pick, or that, if he becomes a first round pick or goes in that first round. There's some things that I think Shedeur is gaining from this moment that you can only gain from going through it. Is it fair? Nah, it don't seem fair. Is it right? Nah, it don't seem right. But sometimes guys looking at that situation different, and I don't know why he's going through this or why this is happening, but man, Shedeur Sanders' response, not just when he has a camera in his face, but on the field, at practice, man, it's a powerful, powerful thing. And every athlete, I don't care what age you are, should take notes from Shedeur Sanders on how you respond to the things that come your way.
You're preaching to the choir. Same thing happened to me in the 88 Olympics. Same exact thing. I couldn't respond how I wanted to respond. I had to respond the way I would want a person to represent my country or respect my country in my response. This kid was raised by a Hall of Famer. He's responding like he was raised by a Hall of Famer. He's having Hall of Fame responses as a rookie. You understand me? You understand me? You understand me? So it's like, it does not surprise me because the apple didn't fall far from the tree. It's just a matter now how high the apple's gonna rise, because it's gonna rise, whether it be here or somewhere else, it's gonna rise. You understand me? They can't hold it down, because when God put his hands on it, ain't nothing nobody can do to stop it.
So like I said before, listen to this. Who's really more qualified to speak on this than Roy Jones Jr.? And thankfully for Roy, boxing is the purest kind of sport. One-on-one, no safety nets. It's just you standing across from your opponent. There's no offensive line saving you. There's no army of coaches bailing you out. There's no depending on teammates to make something shake. It all falls on you, period. Now in Shedeur Sanders' situation, hold up, it's different. And yeah, it's gonna be more demanding, but it's nothing he can't handle. If anything, this kind of pressure is only gonna sharpen him. So shout out to Roy Jones Jr., because a lot of us are thinking the exact same thing. Those are my honest thoughts on it. Let's keep this conversation alive down in the comments. And like always, go ahead and hype the video up for me one time. Peace